Here are some highlights of this program.
Hello everybody.
Welcome to Brainstorm exclusive interview.
Our education should be corrected, adapted, and updated.
Live better, they can send their children to school because they can interact with their authorities.
Mechanics, electricity, computer science, innovation, yeah.
And we know that is a brainstorm.
Yourself, after watching this interesting program, notice the final statement made by our notable guest, a brand new one. Welcome to Brainstorm. Ladies and gentlemen, we are really excited to be here again on this platform in the setting of this talk show. Today we're going to discuss an important issue: graduation and job opportunity in the Democratic Republic of Congo. This is really a burning issue. We know that a lot of people, especially students, graduate every year in the Democratic Republic of Congo, and yet there's a problem. They are not able, or they don't have enough opportunity to find job. So what can they do? And we are going to discuss several problems about graduation and type of education or training provided by different colleges and universities. And we're going to see also opportunities for job. What can the state do in order to help a student who graduate to assure a good job? And what does the future hold for Congolese students who graduate as far as graduation and job opportunities concerned? I'm not the only one on this platform. I'm excited one more time to welcome my guest is there. His name is Yuluka Bamba. Mr. Yuluka Bamba, hello.
Hi.
I'm excited to welcome you one more time here on this platform.
Thanks for having me here.
I count on you with your expertise and how you express the things. And today, I'm so sure you're going to speak your mind as regard is a very, very important subject: graduation and job opportunity in the DRC.
Sure.
So let's get started. What does the concept graduation mean to you in the field of education?
Graduation. It just, the concept for me is someone who goes through an education process and he goes through it successfully, read it as successful, and the person is equipped seriously with the skills required to become marketable. That is what I would call graduation. And the person gets the necessary credentials. And credentials should reflect what the person has actually gained in terms of knowledge.
That's okay. All right. You say right, and I think that the audience also can understand from this perspective what the concept of graduation is really about. Ladies and gentlemen, please, we'd like you to watch this video on the graduation ceremony that takes place around the world, especially in European countries. Please watch, and we'll be back.
I graduated from the Community and Justice Services program.
Business Administration.
Bachelor of Science in Nursing.
Public Relations. The Music Performance program.
What does graduation mean to you? You get to start your career, you get to be an adult, you get to just do what you love and enjoy life.
It means that I get to earn my future and succeed in what I want to do.
I was the first one to actually graduate from my family, so it was special.
It means the end of a chapter and a start of a new one.
Just one more step in getting closer to my dream of being an opera singer.
It was super fun and you got a lot of hands-on experience. I met some amazing teachers. I made a lot of friends here, so it's a family.
I just want to thank my mom and my stepdad because they've just supported me through everything and encouraged me to just keep going even when the times got tough. All my teachers, all the friends that I've made over the past 3 years, it's such a small, tight-knit community.
It was the time of my life and I'm so happy to be graduating.
I'm sad to see it end.
All the hard work, all the tough times, like you made it through.
You can do it. You can do anything you put your mind to.
I would recommend Camden College.
All right, now, How important is graduation in Congolese higher education?
Graduation is really important. Why? Because nations like the DRC or any other nations in the world are confronted with problems, with challenges. And to address those problems, to address those challenges, the nation would need people seriously educated, seriously trained. How do people get educated, seriously educated, and seriously trained? It is through studies, and studies will qualify them, and then the importance of the concept of graduation when we look at it closely.
Okay, but now here in Congo, you know, students who graduate, even parents, when they hear this concept, they go just with a good atmosphere to receive a bachelor degree, and afterward they found themselves jobless. So you think that this concept, can we go beyond this to see opportunities for job?
It's unfortunate what is happening in most cases in the Democratic Republic of Congo. People would spend 6 years at the university. Do you believe those people, most of them, the majority, are actually studying? Do you believe that they're actually receiving what they were supposed to receive in terms of education? What kind of environments do they have? Do they evolve in? We would see that education is kind of a failure in most cases. I wouldn't say totally a failure, but in most cases a failure. And the type of education in the Democratic Republic of Congo which does not prepare students to acquire the skills necessary to become marketable, sometimes it is to be blamed and raise lots of questions. What's to be done in order to improve it? Why should we train people 6 years, more than 6 years, and those people are not able to get a job, to land a job? Why should we train people who are not able to write a single page? Or you look at them, they cannot even read a book. They would read just one page and they grow tired. If you invite them to a debate, you would see that they have not been properly trained, which is really unfortunate. While I know, well, the graduation should qualify them to be able to address the societal problems. When problems arise in the society, we need those with a degree from university to address them. And when you look at countries like ours, you see that many problems are not addressed as such. And I'm afraid one day we will start looking to other countries to in order to lend us some of their experts and or expertise.
Yes, it's sad to listen to all these facts. These are really facts that are going on through in the Democratic Republic of Congo. You are not wrong to say that. But in this context, is graduation compatible with job opportunity in the Democratic Republic of Congo? From your explanations.
That's what should be. It should be that, exactly that. Because when I graduate from the university, it means that the moment I'm declared graduate, the moment I'm declared a master of something, I get a doctoral degree or I get a bachelor degree, at that time, people should know that I am equipped with the necessary skills, depending in the area which I am from. I must get all the skills, which requires or implies a responsibility. We should talk about that from student and responsibility from the academic authorities.
So can you try to outline, because it's true that the responsibilities are shared from the student on one side and on academic authorities on the other side. But now, what actually can be done? Can you try to cite or quote some of the things that should be done in order to help students be qualified, in addition to receiving a degree, academic degree, just which will help them later on to find a job?
There is just one word I would offer you, is discipline. Discipline.
Discipline.
Yes. From the academic authorities, they must ensure that students are really attending classes. They're actually learning and they're developing their skills. Reading is very important skill. Writing is very important. Somebody who has attended university, it must make the difference. Is the person who's really skilled, can talk, can write, can read, can speak very well. All those things are very important. And as added on top of that, the person has really acquired the necessary knowledge from his field, can defend himself, and that person is ready to work. And from the students now, students also need discipline. When attending the university, I know that there is lots of money involved. Parents will be paying money. And myself, I'm spending time, and it should not be unnecessary there. And somebody must have told me that I'm there because I want to be able to help my country, to help my nation. And to help my nation, it's with the skills that I acquired from the university. If I'm there not to acquire anything, why am I there?
I agree with you, because you yourself were a student. You witnessed all these realities on your education or university. I agree with you, but you overlook the fact that the recruiting policy at university, everybody is welcome. A student who has money is really it can apply for higher education in the Democratic Republic of Congo. I thought you would mention that. You did not do it, but this is really a fact. We like you, ladies and gentlemen, there are sad realities in the Democratic Republic of Congo, because
I want to come in a little bit regarding the recruitment also.
Yes.
Recruitment is key, but recruitment, I would recommend the Parliament also to work to address this issue. Recruitment in every field in the DRC is a problem. Why is it a problem? And then we need to dig and understand.
Thank you. We'd like you to watch this video on how students after their graduation find themselves jobless and do nothing. So please watch this video and we'll be back.
Just like most large African cities, finding a job straight out of university isn't an easy task in Kinshasa. In the absence of an effective policy to remedy this situation, those who have been unlucky to find meaningful work engage in useful leisure activities like playing Scrabble to keep their brains oiled.
If intellectuals like us find themselves playing Scrabble during work hours, then it's not normal. There aren't sufficient jobs to occupy people there, and the government must make an effort to create jobs to help new entrepreneurs.
Lorenzo Mwamba, another graduate, also finds comfort in this board game.
When you have no job and you can't get any, you feel anxious and ask yourself questions like what can you do to try to move forward. And I have found that playing Scrabble was as important as doing nothing.
Derek Mpungu, yet another unemployed graduate, holds a master's in social sciences. And for him, Scrabble is intellectually satisfying as it doubles up as a French language learning aid. Opportunities for employment in the formal sector are minimal, and in some cases highly placed connections are required to secure a job in companies. These young graduates are hoping 2016 will see them able to use their skills away from the Scrabble board. Maria Galang, CCTV.
All right, now let's move on. So there is another question here raised by audience. Say, does higher education in the Democratic Republic of Congo qualify for a better job? It means that when someone is college graduate, can he really get a better job than someone who did not go or attend university? Is that true?
I wouldn't like to disqualify all the university, all the schools here. Some schools are doing great job. And you have students actually are really trained. Okay? Now, the majority of the university are not really delivering when it comes to that. Why? There are a number of factors we may underscore right now, because the policy, the overall policy in the country does not show us substantial investments in the area of education, as if education were not important. Somewhere I wrote something, I said, without education, without proper training, the nation, we would not have great minds, and the nation would never be a great nation. Our nation would not be great. Where is the investment in that area? If the parliament is tackling many other matters, what about education? What about the job opportunities? What about the professional area? So we are not taking all those matters seriously, I would say. And it's as if we are preparing ourselves one day to look at people coming from other countries as superior to those coming or getting things like education from the DRC. We are preparing such a ground, and I'm afraid.
But no, you know, we're going just to address the parents' responsibility, you know, because parents send their children to universities or colleges for a further education. But you yourself as a parent, why do you prefer that your children go to university than have a vocational or training, or to go to school or vocational school? Why do you, as a parents, prefer university? You think that is the best education ever than vocational school or training school? You think that this could help find an opportunity for a job?
As a parent, as far as I'm concerned, personally, if I have to look at, I have to train my children myself.
How
training my children, I believe that as far as I'm concerned, I should leave my children be educated by other people every time, every day, without my own contribution.
You raise a vital issue.
Before sending my children to school, I must start teaching them myself. They learn reading, writing with myself, and I know that I'm paying money to school, but I'm not giving them 100% responsibility. I should share responsibility with the school, and I know the realities of the world today. So my contribution must be there. I will know where the school is failing. I would know where to buy books. I would know where to come in with a substantial contribution in order to fill the gaps. For example, to avoid a situation where there is a huge ignorance in a child. And if I find a child with the skills or with enough skills to take him to university, I would just send him. I'll not hesitate to send him to the vocational school. But when it comes to university, those that I send to university, what I do, I have to prepare as well the practical dimension, knowing that sometimes professors coming are not teaching, knowing all the wave of the strikes every time, every year. I should have another plan, the plan B, for example. What if today they have a strike? What do? I have my programs ready, and I offer them my program, and then I don't fill the gap.
As a parent, I can understand you, and the audience, even other parents can understand you, that the basic notions of education is writing, reading, and also speaking. From home, they can learn that is parents' responsibility. That's right. But now, what policy can be implemented by education department to assure a better job for qualified students?
I think the notion of priority in the third world countries, or countries like ours, we don't feel the priority much, the priority. when people come to power, they must show that we come to address this problem in the society. And everybody must feel that this is where the priority lies. But somewhere, if you hear stories like education is being allocated a percentage like 3 or 4 or 12, that's a pity. This country does not deserve that. Otherwise, we would need foreigners to do everything for us.
Maybe
that would be unfortunate.
Maybe teachers themselves or professors that take a quality education for granted. Even students themselves, they don't really value a quality education. That's why the state try to give up or to resign its responsibility.
I think there's a big problem. Every field, whether you are a teacher, you are a journalist, the top priority for the government should be to open up those areas, give or build a future, far future for every area, and we need opportunities. Government should have the task of giving opportunities to its own people. For example, I'm at a university. I know that there are opportunities for me to build a career. If building a career becomes a problem in a country, and then you are in a mess, you are in a trouble, and then what is happening in most African countries? We need opportunities. People need to know that I'm in Congo. I don't need to go to Gabon. I don't need to go to France, to build my future, to live a better life. I can stay here and my future is still bright. This should be the job for the governments, I think, in most of the African countries.
Future can be bright even here in the Democratic Republic of Congo. Rather than dream overseas that life is there, but even here in Congo, things can be fixed. Okay. There are students who, most of the time on campus, face serious problems. So we'd like you to watch this video and see their plights, and we'll be back. Please watch.
Police in the Democratic Republic of Congo on Wednesday gave protesting students a day to leave Kinshasa University campus. This follows violent clashes that left a policeman dead over a high increase in tuition fees.
At first, we didn't want to fight back. We wanted to leave the lobby anyway. In spite of that, we didn't know where to go. We had to leave. It was a decision that was made. Tomorrow, there might be policemen or soldiers.
In a statement, the police said any student found on campus on Thursday will be considered, quote, an enemy of the Republic, end of quote. According to local media, some students who reside outside of the capital expressed worry that they will be left with nowhere to sleep. Fees have almost doubled from 253,000 CFA francs or $429 during the last academic year to 485,000 CFA francs or $822 this academic year. Congolese President Felix Tshisekedi is expected to meet a committee of students to resolve the issue at the next cabinet meeting on Friday.
But now, graduate students, are they supposed to be job creators or job seekers?
They're supposed to be prepared to do both.
How?
Government, we do have here Ministry of Labor. We have companies. That is part of the responsibilities of the government to ensure that there are companies offering up job opportunities, that we have also government also offering opportunities for those who want to create jobs. In fact, the skills acquired or gained by a student from the university must prepare them either to create jobs or to take jobs. But in any case, they should perform very well because they have got the university skills.
But there are those who can tell you that that's not just the opposite, because those who had professional went to for vocational school are able to create jobs than those who attended universities, because you yourself as a former student, you know there are a lot of theories. Students study only theories, but on the ground they're not able to create a job or to be an entrepreneur. But now, you think that is possible for students when they learn, while learning at university, to have some of the things to do, like take a vocational school in order to be able, after their graduation, even though they're not able to find a job, to create the job of their own?
Even those coming from the university should be able to create a job. We have failed university.
In which field, for instance, can they create a job?
In any field. University has failed so much. So much. That's why. But if we are not dealing with failed university, students must be able. I would take the risk of saying that. In any case, for example, just with the skill of writing, somebody may become a writer with the possibility of having a great mind, thinking. Somebody must be able to function as a thinker, you see, and produce something. University must be prepared to provide high skills. University for high skills. Look at it, it's impressive. Somebody from the university, from the university, you go to the parliament, being a speaker of the parliament. What kind of skill is that? Being a speaker in the Senate, what kind of skill is that? Being a member of the parliament, for example. So there are areas that need higher skills. And those higher skills should only be found at the university. That's how I view it. Not failed university, but real, genuine university.
Students have a lot of expectations when attending your colleges or universities after their graduation, but we'd like you to watch this video, just make an exception for students who are able to create a job after their graduation. Please watch and we'll be back.
In this Goma factory floor east of DRC, students are busy at their workstations. They are in their 6th year of mechanic studies at the Goma Institute of Technology and Industry. They have built a vehicle with waste material after 2 years of work. This achievement has been a source of pride for the group and the teacher, and today the training continues. Each time we repair a car engine, if it is a diesel car, we always check whether the injection pump is working and ensure that it delivers a consistent flow according to the data of the settings. The students aged between 15 and 20 have used all the technical skills they've acquired to build Mad Max. It is the name they chose for the vehicle shaped like the safari model of the British car manufacturer Land Rover. In order to make their dream a reality, the group of 12 students had to overcome material and financial hardships. And their efforts paid off as the impact has exceeded their expectations. When the project was completed, we saw the joy of inhabitants of the city, and suddenly everyone was interested in our project. They promoted it on social media, which proves their intention. But we need funding. They may have intention, which is important, but without funding, it remains insufficient. As time passes, we are sure investors will come. Since we used some discarded elements, we cannot give in detail the sum of money we invested in this project, but it cost us around $2,500 US. Thanks to the car we built, we would like for the world and for the Democratic Republic of Congo to know that there are talents in the DRC and that the young people that we supervised are able to make great things. They started with waste material and were able to turn them into something visible. The vehicle was built using scrap metal and works with a diesel engine. Mad Max uses 1 liter of oil for 7 kilometers, which enables the car fuel consumption to meet international standards. To develop other samples of this prototype, the students hope for the Congolese government and other benefactors to help them reach the next step.
All right, now we're going little by little to the end of our talk show. What are some challenges our students facing at university sites when they go to study?
The challenges over here in the DRC should be different from the challenges in other countries. Say in the United States of America, in Great Britain, France, and so on and so forth. Here in the Democratic Republic of Congo, from your home, you leave, you are hungry. That is already a challenge. You want to study during the night, you don't have electrical power. That is another challenge. And your parents cannot afford to buy for you expensive books. Yet university need a lot of research, a lot of reading, but your parents cannot afford. That is another challenge. And then moving from home to the university, another challenge, transport. You would agree with me, this morning there was strike, unexpectedly, and people could not move. How could they go to attend class at university? That is another acute challenge. You leave, you are at the university, you are hungry. You do not eat your fill, you are hungry, but you have to study. It's difficult. Sometimes you would miss the class for several hours because you cannot make it. And going back home is still the transport challenge. You see that? So it's really difficult. And also not only you, but yourself, but also the professors, the teachers. They have the same problems. And then what happens? They would not teach you properly. So you do not get what you want. And you end up not being marketable and with shared responsibility, as we say. All right. There are a lot of students here on living abroad well prepared while attending universities overseas, and please watch this video to listen to what a student from Congo is expressing about this academic training. Please, and we'll be back.
I joined Strathmore because I saw it in the list of 100 best universities in Africa. My name is Akilimali Arsene. I'm a student pursuing the Bachelor of Commerce in second year at Strathmore University. The openness of the university to the world, it's very amazing. You get to get guest speakers from different countries, big guys who are there willing to talk to you students. I'm a proud alumni of College Al-Fajiri, a Jesuit school in Bukavu in the eastern part of DRC. I joined Strathmore because everyone that I was telling I wanted to do business advised me that Strathmore was the best university where you can do business in Kenya. My experience in Strathmore so far has been amazing. The opportunities you are open to. Last time, for example, we had to interact with Ban Ki-moon, the former Secretary General of the UN. You get to meet different people from different cultures, and they are not considering your background, the country you are from. And right now, I'm even vying for the Vice President of the Student Council of Strathmore University. The most important factor that you can consider when you are talking about the differences in cultures, it's more that Kenya is more westernized than DRC, but you really don't have difficulties, to integrate yourself within the Kenyan system. One of the most important benefits you get when you are studying at Strathmore is the brand of the university itself, very well respected within the corporate community. Initially, I came to Strathmore to do finance, but the opportunities I've been exposed to within the university helped me realize that my strengths were more in marketing than in finance. In the next 10 years, I would like to be in a consultancy firm like McKinsey and then go to academics, pursue my PhD and return back home to open a university, a world-class university. Je m'appelle Akilimali Arsene et je suis Strathmore.
All right, we're learning coming at the end of our talk show. There is a last question I want to ask you because we raised so many issues, points of relevance about the education, graduation, job opportunity in the Democratic Republic of Congo. There are set realities. There is a way to cope with them all. There is a possibility. But now, what could Congolese young people look forward to when it comes to graduation and job opportunity?
What I would suggest, we need sometime if we have to make a pause, we go to the parliament and tell them we need high quality education. We're not going to break things. No. We're not going to do whatever. No. We go to the parliament, we tell them we need laws speaking to higher education like in any other countries. And we need to interact with the government, with the leadership, to tell them and to force something like higher education. We need that. And we need good condition, better condition, because we are the future for this nation and our contribution is highly needed. We are going to be president tomorrow. We're going to be ministers, MPs, and so on and so forth, but we want to be. So, having such an approach, having something like an eye-opener, realizing where we stand, that we do not want to remain ignorant, that we should, those are the demands that we need to make from the leadership.
Mr. Yulu Kabamba, thank you so much for your contribution and explanation so clear about a graduation and job opportunity in the Democratic Republic of Congo. Ladies and gentlemen, it was our real pleasure to host this knowledgeable guest who broke down this relevant topic of graduation and job opportunity in the DRC. We were really pleased to discuss this issue. It's not all. Next time, we're going to approach or deal with another subject, so we'd like you to stay tuned in the second national channel. Thank you for watching. Goodbye. Here are some highlights of this program.
Hello, everybody.
Welcome to Brainstorm exclusive interview.
Our education should be corrected, adapted, and updated.
Live better, they can send their children to school because they can interact with their authorities.
Mechanics, electricity, computer science, innovation, yeah.
And we know that it's a brainstorm.
Yourself after watching this interesting program, notice the final statement made by our notable guest, a brand new one.